So we'll begin seated today. Going to get into the hips, going to be really nice and open. So we'll start by stretching the right leg out long. Keep the left leg tucked inside here. Shuffle your weight around a little and then inhale, arms come all the way up. And leaning over towards that right leg. So maybe pop your arm on the inside of the leg. Getting a nice stretch around the side body. So we'll stay here for a minute, roll around, find that perfect spot for you today. And then maybe on your exhale, start to fold your belly over that leg. So you can bend that knee as much as you need. Just softening over there. And then start to use your hands to crawl your way back towards your center. We'll go for a nice twist. So looking over your left shoulder, you can use your hand on your thigh to help you twist a little more. And then come back towards your middle and extend both legs out nice and long. So you can keep those knees really soft. We're only just getting started, so you might feel a little bit tight. So lean back first, and this might feel like the perfect stretch. If that's good, stay there. If you want to start to roll forward, maybe go for that. It might be nice to keep a long back, trying to round through the shoulders here. You can crawl one way or the other. Couple of breaths here. So keeping everything really soft and relaxed. And then crawl yourself back up. And switching sides, so right leg comes in this time, left leg out long. Nice stretch overhead. And then roll over to that left leg. It might feel a little different on this side, just explore here. Maybe stay here if you want to start to turn your belly around to look at that leg. So if you want to keep that knee really soft, we don't want to force anything, we won't get more flexible that way, we'll just create a bit of stress and tension. We want everything soft and flexible. And then slowly push your way back up. Go for that twist on the other side. So spin yourself around, looking over your right shoulder. And then all the way back towards center. We'll find our way to all fours. So swing your legs around. Take your time to get there. Rolling a little bit here in a cat-cow. So be really gentle on the wrists here. Just inhaling to drop the belly and exhaling to roll around a bit. So if that feels nice, stay there. You might want to slide your knees back a little bit, sinking the hips, getting into the back and the shoulders there. Wherever you are, come on back towards all fours. And then lean towards your left so you can slide your right leg all the way up. So both hands are inside of your right leg there. Maybe shuffle that left knee back a little bit. And staying in the hips, so roll around here. Really lean one side from your belly, lean the other. If you want to come down a little bit more, lean into that right side so there's no weight on the left arm, and then maybe come on down towards the forearm. Might feel nice to push on your right leg, opening up a little bit. Nice, wherever you are, start to push your way back towards your hands. And then tug your back toes, keep that back knee on the ground and start to slide your way back towards a runner's stretch. So stretching out through that front leg, maybe sitting on the thigh. And same thing, just roll here. Keep that knee really soft. Foot can be soft as well, don't need to flex it there. And then crawling your way back towards that lizard pose. And then lean towards your left side. Slide your right leg back onto all fours. Nice, we'll go for that on the other side. So leaning right this time. Slide your left leg towards the outside of that hand. Maybe scoot your right knee back a little bit so you're not right on the top of it. And just see how this side feels. So roll a little bit. Breathing nice and full and deep into any nice sensations. Couple more big deep breaths here. Exploring from your belly. And then slowly push your way back onto your hands. Tuck your back toe, keeping that knee on the ground, and slide your way back a little, kind of shifting and drifting as you go, putting some weight into the arms and finding a nice runner stretch on this side. Eventually crawling back towards all fours. So sliding right and let that left leg come on back. Awesome. Let's do a few more cat-cows here. So nice, easy belly drops there. And then coming back. Big stretch. One more time. Nice, so sink back towards the child's pose. So toes come together, knees nice and wide, and just drop the neck here. Couple of deep breaths. And then rounding through the spine back onto all fours. I'm going to go for a pigeon pose this time. So leaning left again and then sliding your right thigh all the way up. So shuffle your back leg back. You can really lean into your right side here so there's no weight on that front knee. Might feel great to stay upright if you want to fold over, but take your time to get cozy first. We'll stay here for a couple of deep breaths. Breathing really full and deep into that hips. Might feel nice to thread an arm underneath here. You can try both sides, so maybe right arm underneath. We'll try your left arm all the way under. Might be nice then to open up with the right arm, maybe take a little bind. Might feel cool to get a little shiatsu on the foot here, pressing into the middle. Wherever you are, just a couple more breaths. Eventually we'll start to push our way right back up. And then lean into your right side, swing your left leg all the way around. So maybe land it on top of the leg, or if that's a little bit much, just leave it in front. So leaning back away, rolling open through the chest, and then slowly forward fold, keeping that length in the back. So you should feel this really nice in the left hip. If that's the perfect spot for you, feel free to stay here. If you want to come up and give that leg a little hug, maybe catch a hold of the knee and the elbow and the foot in your right elbow. Just roll here a little bit. If that's too much, you can catch a hold of your foot and your left hand. Use your right hand for balance here and lean back a little bit. Just explore here. Do whatever feels nice. And eventually we're going to go for that pigeon on the other side. So laying left, swing your right leg around this time. Take a moment to get cozy here, lean into that left hip. You can maneuver that shin around to find the perfect spot. And then leaning back away. And on the exhale, really nice, just soften over here. Let everything relax. Might feel nice to close the eyes. Just breathing into all those gooey spots. You want to go for that little twist, that might feel nice on this side. Eventually we'll crawl our way right back up, leaning into the left side this time and swinging your right leg around. So either landing it on top of your left leg or just out in front if that's a little bit more comfortable. So same thing, lean back and really take the weight in your arms, enjoy that. And then slowly rounding forward. Keeping a little bit of length in the back and shoulder blades down. So same thing, if this is the perfect spot, stay here, maybe catch a hold of that left foot and your elbow rolling around here. Loads of things to play with, just explore here. Nothing's right or wrong. Wherever you are, come up to sit. Let that one go, and this time bring both feet together in front of you. So take your time to get comfy here as well. Maybe upright is perfect if you want to round forward a little bit. So this is another really great spot. Maybe give your feet a little self-massage. So really getting into all the parts of the hips here, rolling a little side to side. And then we'll start to push back all the way up. We'll find all fours again, so swing your legs around, taking your time to get there. And this time leaning left, slide your right leg between your hands for a low lunge this time. So feel free to keep your hand on the ground. If you want to inhale, come up a little bit and sink down into the hips. Maybe lean back away. Just roll around a little bit here from side to side. The inhales lift you up a little bit and the exhales sink you down. One more time, big stretch up. And exhale, drop your hands down if they're not already. We'll go for that runner stretch again. So tuck your toes, shift yourself all the way back here. So this might be the perfect spot if you want to go a little bit deeper. Maybe start to slide your right leg all the way out in front of you. Wherever you are, find a spot that you can breathe in nice and full and deep. So same thing like before, we don't want to force anything, so just keep both knees soft. Maybe coming down a little way. Couple more breaths. If you're in that kind of split situation, start to crawl your way back out, coming all the way back to the all fours. So slide your right leg back behind you. Take a moment here, wiggle that out. And we'll do that on the other side, so leaning right and slide your left leg between your hands this time. Shuffle that back leg back a little bit. Nice low lunge. So maybe keep your hands down. If you want to stretch up, go for that. So the inhales, lean back a little way. Should feel like a great stretch in that right thigh. Couple more deep breaths. And the exhales, just soften once more. And if they're not already, exhale, drop your hands down. Tuck your back toe, keep that knee on the ground and slide your way back towards a runner's stretch. So totally feel free to stay here. This might be a really big, juicy stretch if you want to stretch that leg out a little bit. Doesn't have to come all the way. Maybe find a kind of halfway point that feels perfect for you. One side might feel really different from the other. Couple more breaths here. And eventually we'll slide back to all fours, coming back to that runner's stretch and then all the way back towards all fours. Nice, so from here we'll come up towards a forward fold. So put some weight into your hands. Find a forward fold here. Nice, so keep that weight in your hands. Move your feet back a little bit and start to sink down to a nice squat pose. So last little bit in the hips, roll a little side to side here. So maybe staying in the center, maybe put your hands together if that feels nice. You can use your wrists and elbows to push a little bit on your legs, kind of opening up the hips. Maybe drop the right hand down and open up towards the left. Same thing, back towards your middle, stretching open towards your right this time. And then if you're there, come on back towards your middle. Lean back, let your hands catch you and just enjoy stretching through the hips here. And then when you're ready, plant your bum, find a comfy seat. Big stretch, arms come up overhead. And exhale, hands come right down towards your heart. Plug on in. Big inhale. Exhale, drop your hands. Rest them on your lap, nice and comfy.